wake up, Detroit. Good morning, Detroit. Let me hear you. You know what? So I'm not the best looking host.
Well, we on radio.
I had the best looking face on radio. You should say that, right? How's everybody doing today? All right. Well, listen, I'm Gerald Smith. I am definitely pinch hitting for Reverend Sheffield, Sabrina Athena,
Chantel Watkins.
and you're here.
Uh-huh.
So I'll never substitute for this man right here. Is that right? All right.
Good morning, everybody. This is Ed Collins, and I'm your regular.
We're all about self-introductions. I'm Gerald Smith. I'll be your co-host until the real host arrives. How about that? All right. So listen, what's going on in your world, Mr. Edward Collins?
Hey, as long as this stuff is going on overseas and the bills keep rising, I'm just holding on, baby. I'm going to just tell you like it is, because if it ends today, it's going to be 6 months recovery. That's just real talk.
You know, so Ed, you're right about that. There's so many things happening in the world today that, you know, we just got to stay prayed up, number one, right? And you know, with all that being said, not only staying prayed up, but actually being more loving and kinder to your neighbors, because there's so much vitriol spewed out here today. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, every time you look around, people are talking about each other. I mean, just in a nasty and vitriolic way, Ed. Have you been through that?
Hey, every day. And I tell people, you have to cut your own grass. Don't worry about my lawn. You know, because if we spend that energy on something else rather than spitting venom, we'll have a much better society.
I agree with that. You know, with that being said, we have a great show this morning. We're going to have some announcements, I guess, pretty soon, Lakaya. But in the meantime, I just want to give you a preview of what you're in store for today, notwithstanding the grits, biscuits, and
salmon croquettes.
Do we have anything else over there that we serve?
You got bacon, you got juice, you got coffee.
All right. So we got a full complement for the breakfast.
That's right. You can get the itis coming here in the morning.
Very good. So listen, we're going to have this morning, and I'm not going to preempt her introduction. We have Miss Ramonia Chapman, who is the new president of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. The chapter is
Alpha Rho Omega.
Alpha Rho Omega. We're going to talk to her in a few minutes about some outstanding programs that them in partnership with the Detroit Medical Center. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about the Black Maternal Health Week and the Community Baby Shower. That's going to come up in a few moments. And then at the 8:30 hour, we have Reverend Michael C. Robinson, minister, author, and transformative speaker. We're going to talk about his book. There's also a movie, too, called My Father's Blood. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to have sports. We hadn't had sports here in a while. A lot of stuff going on in the sports world. We have Mark Jones and James Wardell talking about a host of things. You'll like this term, a cornucopia of information. Can I spew a couple of those words out there for you today, folks? Cornucopia. That's C. No, I'm just kidding. Lastly, we have Annie Staten, right? Assistant Director of the Apple Developer Academy. She's going to come here at the 9:30 hour. So we have a power-packed program. Is that right, folks? You think so? Let me hear it. So before we get started, Lakaya, pull up some of those. Oh, you already got it started here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Mirror Talk. It's a woman support group. That's going to happen on March 24th between 6 to 7 p.m. That should be a great activity that's happening. It's going to be, where's that going to be at? It's going to be right down at the bottom there.
1200 Grand River, Detroit, Michigan, 48204.
All right. Thank you so much. And we've been joined by Sabrina Athena.
Hey, guys. Traffic in the morning, I'll tell you.
How about that smooth segue, folks?
Good morning.
All right. So next.
What we got?
Yes. Oh, we have Pastor Jamal Bryant, Dr. Jamal Bryant, along with our our favorite leader here, Reverend Horace Sheffield. It's going to be his anniversary, a pastoral church anniversary, his anniversary. That's going to be on March the 25th. I know that we'll all be there for that at the Bridge Center. Next. Now, this is something close to my heart here. How about this? A Davo Free Store. You know, you see who the sponsors are. You know, the Davo, the Detroit Darlings, the Michigan Community Collaborative Drug-Free Coalition. Just a complete complement of free clothes. How about that? Free clothes. A free Davo clothes store.
Free.
That's right. It's going to happen on March 28th and 29th. That's Saturday and Sunday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And that's going to be at Detroit, Davo, Detroit. And that's going to be at 16501 Wyoming here in Detroit.
And so any donations also go to cwatkins@davodetroit.com. We're looking for books, clothing, purses, all that good stuff. Anything, if you guys have any retailers or any old boutiques with the tag still on it that you couldn't sell 2 seasons ago, go ahead and donate it. Everybody gets at least 2 or 3 free items for coming.
All righty. Very good.
Can I double dutch in on the next one?
Please.
Okay. All right.
I'm glad.
We are doing trap therapy. Okay, so we're having hard conversations. We're talking about real healing in safe places. This is going to be Saturday, March 28th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Bridge Center. Donations are absolutely appreciated as always. It's going to be hosted by Ms. Monet McClendon, and she is an incredible therapist. So come on, bring your woes to a place that they are welcome here at the Bridge Center. All right. Now, also, we have a customer resource fair with DTE. We at Davo, we are no stranger to a customer resource fair. We sure do love it. So thank you, DTE. Definitely want to bring your driver's license, your state ID, your passport, social security cards, all that kind of stuff they ask for that you forget. Don't forget it. Bring it. Anything for your household members. And there's just so many different resources for the city. We talk about them every single week. This used to be called Customer Assistance Days. So DTE will provide wraparound resource assistance for low income and vulnerable residents across the area. And those resources span, oh my gosh, Gerald, how many, like energy assistance, what else? Food assistance, all kind of assistance you may need. Resource fair is going to be right there on the April 1st. That's a Wednesday from 10 to 3 p.m. All right, look at that. Some comedy. Joe Claire and Henry Welsh, they are going to be at the Bridge Center on April 8th. That's a Wednesday. You can come get your laugh on, completely free. RSVPs required. Make sure you RSVP. And if you do and you do not come, we see you.
Listen.
We see you.
Henry Welch is one of the funniest guys I've ever seen in my life. He says things without cursing. That'll make you laugh on the floor from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a great comedian.
So if you want to hang out with Gerald and maybe even me and Henry Welsh and Joe Claire, make sure that from 7 to 9, doors open at 6. And again, that is Wednesday, April 8th at the Bridge Center.
Yeah, you can take this one. Go ahead.
Go, Ed, go.
Man, I can't see that board from here.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
Well, we got our second annual Damaged Crowns Still Shine Empower Her workshop. And right there on that beautiful picture there, you see that would be Dr. Sabrina. I know she's a Sabrina, a friend of mine. And we also, that's going to happen at the Bridge Center. And that's going to be a live red carpet, DJ, panel discussion, healing circle, all of those wonderful things. We really want to provide that space. Again, bring somewhere where your woes are welcome. This is where we want to take them, not to the dinner table on Sunday. Bring them here. So that's going to be Saturday, April 11th from 12 to 5 p.m. So it's a nice, solid half day of healing and empowerment for all the women in your life and making sure that those damaged crowns are still shiny. You know, come get your shine on. All right, and then we have a evening of R&B with Karen White, Randy Hall, and Stokely. You guys know Stokely as the lead singer of Mint Condition. Doors will be open at 7. That's going to be on Saturday, April 18th. Okay, that's also the state of the race for 2026. The tickets are on sale. We don't charge for most things. This is one of those things we charge for so we can keep everything else free. So if you don't mind, go ahead and get your tickets in advance. They will sell out. Doors open at 7 o'clock again. And you can go to Ticketmaster for those. And that's going to be at the Music Hall. So a slightly bigger venue, but still just as special as our lovely Bridge Center. All right. And speaking of the state of the annual race, we have a panel discussion coming up. Now, we had Alexis Kier here a few weeks ago. Fantastic oratorian, wonderful marketing brain. She's going to be the moderator for the annual state of the race. The conversation is going to be centered around, can we come together and work together? I think we can, right? Can't we all just work together?
Yeah, and also, as we know, we've had our outstanding Black Attorney General for America, Ben Crump, on. We've had him on right here on the Wake Up Call, as well as Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. So those are two standard people that's been a part of Wake Up Call and very supportive of what we do.
Absolutely. And then you have also Miss Angela Yee, straight out of New York. She has been a radio legend and just really filling in the shoes of incredible radio legends before her. So again, that's going to be Saturday, April 25th. This is also a free event. Starts at 11 o'clock. Make sure you RSVP at eventnoir.com. Noir. Yes. Oh, a pre-Mother's Day jazz brunch. Who loves a good brunch? Let me hear a hand praise for a good brunch. Okay, because you're going home and you're going to sleep. So, or something. So we are having that pre-Mother's Day jazz brunch. That's going to be on Saturday morning, May 9th at 11 a.m. right after the wake-up call. So you got to wake up and then you go to brunch and then you go to sleep, right? So that's going to be celebrating 100 years of CT's harp and vocal fundraiser. So Cass Tech needs some harps, and harps are really expensive, right? Who knew? No wonder a lot of people don't play them, because we need them. So this will help us to purchase 3 harps for their music program. Big deal. Make sure you sow a seed where it could be well planted and watered and nurtured. And that'll be, again, Saturday morning, May 9th at 11 a.m. at the Bridge Center. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Christopher Williams. Y'all want to see Christopher Williams? Yeah, all right. I like that. That's going to be Dabo Detroit's Community Entertainment Series, 9928 Grand River, Detroit, Michigan, 48201. Again, RSVP on Event Noir. That one is brought to you by Corwell Health and the Knight Foundation. There's going to be free health screenings, free parking, food and drinks available for purchase. And that's going to be on May 6th. So we getting you real right up into in and through the spring here.
All right. Well, listen now. Have we doused you enough with these community events? I mean, we can go on and on and on, but guess what? We have some guests that's just breathlessly waiting for us to be involved in this conversation. So without any further ado, let me introduce Miss Ramonia Chapman, who is the president of the AKA's Alpha Rho Omega chapter.
Yes.
Let's give her a big round of applause, please.
Fantastic.
As well as on the phone is Dr. Deirdre Field, who is the director of health, women's health services, I should say, at Sinai Grace Hospital. Are you there? Are you there, doctor? Hey, good, great. Welcome to the Wake Up Call.
Thank you for that warm welcome.
Hey, so listen, I want to ask you both, Ramonia and Dr. Deirdre, what is Black Maternal Health Week? And what are the dates and the times? Where? Go ahead.
I'll let Dr. Fields begin. But again, Black Maternal Health Week is an opportunity for us to really focus on the disparity of health concerns and immortality rates and different things of African-American women. And so this is an opportunity for us to partner with Detroit Medical Center, Sinai Grace especially, and to really look at those statistics and realize what we can do to try to change those statistics by getting community involvement, by getting resources that new mothers need, and different things of that nature. And I will invite Dr. Field to join me in that conversation.
All righty.
Yes, I'm going to piggyback off of Ramona because she's absolutely right. We know that Black moms are, 2 to 3 more times likely to have an adverse birth situation where they can die in birth, which is very startling. And in comparison with our Caucasian counterparts, this is something that we actually want to change, which is why the DMC is working so hard to work with our community partners and Alpha Kappa Alpha to actually bring resources to them so that we can help to disparage some of these statistics. So there's some issues like preeclampsia, diabetes, and hypertension, things that contribute to why these moms are dying. So we're working really hard on our end as a medical center to make sure that we're caring for the patients as they come through our doors and partner to give them the resources that they need.
Excellent. Sabrina.
Wonderful. So this is a DMC project, but you have partnered with the Alpha Kappa Alphas. What inspired AKA to partner with DMC for this particular initiative?
We have a initiative entitled Empower Our Families and Uplift Our Local Community, where we specifically focus on women and children's health issues. And so therefore, it was just a natural marriage for us. We are an organization that's committed to community service, but also especially for women and children. And so therefore, it was just a fantastic opportunity. And we had, I should say, the opportunity to have one of our chapter members who was also a physician at DMC Sinai Grace, Dr. Patrice Harold Barrow, as well as the neonatal NIC unit is named after one of our sorors, late sorors, Dr. Sophie Womack. And so it was just a wonderful opportunity for us just to join and use our resources to enhance that particular area that impacts Black women, especially in our community.
Great, excellent. Ed.
Yes, and you know, we here at Dabo have had you guys on, or representatives of both your programs before, but we cannot say it enough times how important this is for the Black community. So, what can, and I'm gonna put us on the line too. What can we do to help spread this knowledge and information to our communities?
I think things like you're doing now, having the conversation, getting those persons involved that really need to hear. I know last year we had a community baby shower right here at Dabo.
That's
All
right.
right.
And again, bringing those resources into the community, not expecting people to always come out, but bringing those resources in. So that's one of the things that we can do. Always, again, just talking to those conversations, having those persons who have been impacted, those mothers whose lives have been changed and whose children have been saved as a result of different things that we're doing with the partnership with DMC Sinai Grace and with our community partners, especially with Aetna. They have committed to this particular initiative. So I think that that's what we can do, is just bringing it, taking it to the people, you know, so.
Great, excellent. So Dr. Field, back into this.
Yeah.
So what's been done by the DMC to uplift Black moms and babies in this process?
Well, we've done quite a few things. We renovated our OB emergency rooms at Huttville, our mother baby postpartum unit. We spent nearly $5 million in those renovations, just to make sure that we're giving our patients the best, absolute best care that they can get in Detroit. Like, you don't have to go outside to the Corwells, to U of M and all of that to get excellent care. We can provide that same excellent care right here in the city. So we wanted to show mothers that. Then we also have our maternal levels of care certifications. All of our DMC hospitals have that, which is a big thing that's led by the Joint Commission that tells the neighborhood that we are safe. We are a safe institution, and we are able to give you the high-risk care that you need. So that was a big thing as well. We have our doula initiative, which is a thing where we invited doulas to come into the organization and help us to care for these moms and their babies, and also help them in their families. So they help them through the prenatal process, and then they also can help them at home postpartum. So they can do things postpartum like, go to the grocery store for them, help support them. They have, postpartum blues and things like that. So postpartum doulas are very, very helpful, and prenatal doulas very helpful. They assist moms all throughout the pregnancy process and through delivery. Then we also have our maternal nurse navigators. So those are actually RNs that are calling, think of them as the best friend, the medical best friend, that they're calling, they're trying to see how every single patient is doing. They're involved, very heavily involved in the process of the patient from day one. So that is another thing that we have going. And of course, we have our support groups and virtual classes as well.
Great, excellent. Sabrina.
Sure thing. Now, this is an interesting concept here. We're talking about maternal health, and I always want to put mental into that conversation because, and just being a woman at all is overwhelming just on a regular day. So pregnant too, my
Yeah.
God. A lot of us don't really know how deep this situation goes for Black women in particular about mortality rates and other adverse things that happen during childbirth and pregnancy and things of that nature. What are some of the most shocking statistics, maybe, just to kind of get some attention to understand the magnitude of? I don't know anyone who's died during childbirth, but I know that there's a huge statistic that speaks otherwise.
Yeah, I would just say the one that I spoke to earlier that we are 2 to 3 more times likely to die in childbirth than Caucasian counterparts. To me, that's the most startling statistic. Because I mean, why is that? Why would it be that we as African American women are more likely to die than our Caucasian or Asian counterparts? I mean, secondarily to us would be our Hispanic sisters. They are also about almost 2% or 2% more likely to die in childbirth. What we're seeing is there's a lack in resources available to the community. And because of that, I think that the statistic speaks to what's going on in Detroit.
Mm.
There's not a lot of availability of, I've only seen one Whole Foods in Detroit. It does that one Whole Foods
Come on.
except EBT.
Yes.
I mean,
I won't say how I know.
Right.
this is just, if it's closer for me to go to McDonald's and feed my family or
Yeah.
maybe some hot and ready, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
If it's easier for me because it's right around the corner, that's what I'm gonna go to. And unfortunately, when we are constantly feeding ourselves these unhealthy foods, our bodies can't take that. And it causes problems like hypertension and diabetes and all the things that we're seeing. And this lack of resources available to the community causes these women to come in and have these pregnancies that are so high risk. And then oftentimes, we find ourselves on the provider end trying to combat what's going on or has been going on for maybe even years.
Mm.
Sometimes women don't get their annual exams with their providers, and they don't know that they have hypertension or don't know that they have diabetes. And then by the time they come in, we're trying to react to what's been going on.
All right.
I just think that we need to do better with providing healthier options for people to eat in the city and making those options more readily available. I also think we need to utilize our resources with transportation and maybe have some even workout programs, prenatal workout programs, and other things so that we can get ourselves in better shape so that we can live longer lives.
We have a phone caller. I mean, a phone call. We do have a phone call here, but we also have a question from the audience. State your name, please, and your question.
Yes, good morning. My name is Latoria Williams, and I just piggybacking on everything you were saying, just nodding my head and saying yes to everything you were saying. But that's the biggest thing is there are resources and things that are out here for us. And we, as people, we have to start spreading that information out here. The different resources is a lot of health programs. And like you said about Whole Foods, we do have one Whole Foods, but I'm just gonna be honest, how many of us really go to Whole Foods? Because it can get quite expensive, to go there. So I know me personally, the question is, there are farms and different things that are out here to teach you how to grow and things. How can we get out here more to be able to spread that to our counterparts, so that they know that these resources are available and that they can help? That's really the biggest question is, how can we get our people to really utilize the resources? They're here and available.
Yeah,
Okay.
good question.
All right.
I would say a number of ways, simply by going to places where people are. Everybody's not at church. So going into community centers, going to different parks, different, listen, I'm going to be honest, going to bridge clubs, going to wherever people are doing what they're doing. I think we have to do a better job of that. And I concur that, Whole Foods is a place that's sometimes quite expensive. But, we in Detroit have the Detroit Easter Market.
You sure
So we
do.
have an opportunity. And even with our sorority, we have community gardens that we encourage people to come with us to plant gardens, to be able to use those, that produce, I should say, that is grown. And I think just that way, going to neighborhood block clubs and different things of that. So I think that we constantly have to get the message out, and we have to get the message out in so many different ways. And I think that is it, that we can't look at one way. That, look, if it's about going on a bike ride with people and talking about it, that's what we're going to do. So I think that, again, just getting the message out in the places that where the people are.
And we have a few dates to talk about. Speaking of getting the
Yes.
message out, right?
Yes. Well, we have a community. We have a. I'm sorry.
No, community. No, first of all, on March 29th, you
Yes.
have a donation drive at Sinai Grace. Talk to us about
Yeah,
that.
we have a donation to drive at Sinai Grace all day on March the 28th, where you can just drop off items. We are proud that we have a mother's closet at Sinai Grace, where we give new mothers the items that they need, from clothing to car seats, you name it, diapers, everything. We stock that each and every month at Sinai Grace. So again, all those items are free. And so as a result, we have partnered with community. We have a drive at Sinai Grace. We'll be outside, out front. All you have to do is drive by, give us your items. We'll take your items. You want to, we'll take a couple of pictures and just thank you for doing that. And that is one of the things that we're, again, so proud of doing with DMC Sinai Grace.
And talk also about the community baby shower.
Well, the community baby shower is going to be held during Black Maternal Health Week, April the 11th, at Greater Grace Temple. Again, that we are about bringing resources together. So not only will we be there with items that we'll have, but there'll also be, and I'll let Dr. Fields come in and talk a little bit about some of the additional community partners that will be there, that we'll talk about. And I love what you talked about mental health resources, because mental health is a part of health.
Yes.
And so those conversations have to be going on, especially for new mothers and those persons that are supporting her.
All right. Dr. Field, we only have about a minute to go. Please give us your elevator speech in terms of why people should get involved, particularly men too, in Black Maternity Health Week and Mental Health Week.
Yes, so Black Maternal Health Week, we want everyone to come out. So not just our moms, we want dads, children, come on out. Anybody that is supporting our women through this time of pregnancy. So dads are very much so important. And I think equally as important as mom. Yes, their role is different in the pregnancy. Yes, they are carrying the baby, but they are carrying the responsibility of that woman and of that child to come. So very important role. So we encourage our fathers to come out. Women know that you don't have to find a babysitter for this event. We love kissing and hugging on our babies. So go ahead and bring your children. It's going to be a great event. We have lots of great things to give away. Lots of big things too. Not just small little things. We have car seats. We have pack and plays. I mean, all the things. Baby gear. Things that you would really need for your baby. We'll do a little educational session on, say, sleep and things like that. We'll have some live entertainment and food. So we really, really want everyone to come out for that. And also, if you're interested in learning about the doulas, those women that come in and support you in birth and postpartum, please come out to our dinner with doulas, which is actually on Friday, April 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. That's going to be at Hustle Women's Hospital at the Crestview Auditorium. You'll be able to meet and greet some of these doulas and maybe get signed up for doula care. So just inviting everyone to come out and participate. It's going to be a great time, and you'll have nothing but the benefit with that.
All righty.
Right.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deirdre Field from the DMC, and Ms. Ramonia Chapman, President of the AKA's Alpha Rho Omega chapter. Give them both a big round of applause, please. We'll be right back after these messages.
You've been listening to
Here's the wake up call. Ooh, ooh, with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up. Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Erica Alexander. And every Saturday morning, I get my wake up call with Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you go on and get some of that. All right? What is that? Is that someone called? Is it Saturday?
Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you get yours.
I'm Hester Wheeler, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randy Rosario, comedian and TV host. I get my Saturday wake-up call with my guy, Reverend Horace Sheffield. Think about it. Good day.
I'm Sheriff Raphael Washington, Wayne County, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up every Saturday morning from Reverend Horace Sheffield, and you should too.
Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Erica Alexander. And every Saturday morning, I get my wake-up call with Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you go on and get some of that. All right? What is that? Is that someone called? Is it Saturday?
Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you get yours.
I'm Hester Wheeler, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
You've been listening to
Here's the wake up call. Ooh, ooh, with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up. Let the truth be told. The wake up call.
All right, it's getting a little live in here. Let's go, Davo. What's good, Mama Rose? What's up? Listen, if you wasn't awake before, I hope you up now. All right, she's up. All right, and we stuck. Welcome back to the Wake Up Call with this Reverend Horace Sheffield and friends. I am your friend, Sabrina Athena, taking over, and it feels like I just got into someone else's car. I'm like moving my mirrors and my mic, but we hear each other. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's great. I'd like to introduce our very next guest, very special guest. We are now welcoming Mr. Reverend Michael C. Robinson. He is a minister and author and a transformative speaker, and he's here to talk about his movie and book, My Father's Blood. Welcome to the Wake Up Call.
Thank you for inviting me here at the Wake Up Call. I'm very excited for this opportunity.
Absolutely. And we like to open up the conversation normally with the same question, but I think you're going to put a fun spin on it today. I don't know. Something about you makes me feel like there's a good conversation coming.
All right.
So what is your background? And tell us about some of the challenges that motivated you to become who you are today growing up in Detroit.
Well, Sabrina, when I was born till I became 10 and a half years old, I was diagnosed with chronic asthma. So I couldn't play outside like the other kids. If I run from the house next door to my house, I have an asthma attack. And I spent all of those years basically in the hospital. Once a week, I would go to the hospital at least for 10 and a half years. And I was admitted for at least once a month for 10 and a half years. And I went through the experience of having my lungs collapse. And, you know, I was kind of like a different kid. So that made me a mother's boy because my mom would always take me to the hospital. And it really helped me though throughout the course of time, because I always said in my mind as a kid thinking, I said, well, one day I'm gonna run, and I couldn't understand why you got tired. Because I thought it was asthma holding me back. So I always said I'm gonna try to be the best I can if I can ever get out of this. And thank God that God healed me and I was able to be delivered from asthma. But in the meantime, in between time, my mother and father, they had a very physically abusive relationship. My father was verbally abusive to her. So I experienced, and in my era, a lot of fathers was abusive to their moms at that time. But me and my father didn't have a very good relationship. So I oftentimes felt that I was just missing in action, because my father was a great athlete. He played basketball, baseball, football. He could box, and
here you are, the son that can't run
And I
because of
can't.
asthma. You in
Right.
the hospital every month, and it's just a whole, and you can't do nothing. Your father is dealing with your mom, and you just like, here I am.
Exactly. Like he invested a lot in my younger brother and my older brother at the time, because they actually was the GOAT in our neighborhood as far as playing sports, and I was always at the hospital. So I don't think it was purposely done. I think I was just missing in action at the time.
Yeah.
And then my mother and father ended up separating for about 2.5, 3 years. And I after they got back together through the avenue of the church.
Your mom and dad got back together
They
at
got
church?
back together through the church, right?
All right.
And my father, he never was physically abusive to her ever again, but he became very verbally abusive. And I just always was taking sides with my mother. When I was 17 years old, my father eventually just put me out the house. So I had to find my way.
Right.
And finding my way was very difficult at the time, because I began to stay in what you call hit houses at the time. And I just needed a place to stay, a hit house where heroin addicts would come in, purchase a pack of heroin, and they would shoot up in the house. So eventually I get paid $2 to shoot a heroin addict in the area that they can't shoot themselves in.
Some tell me Ed knows something about this time frame.
Well,
He said your dad was from a time, an era.
Right. Well, I'm gonna ask you this because you said your father was an athlete. Did your father? You named after your father?
No, my father's name James.
Okay, because there was a Mike Robinson that was a heck of an athlete in basketball.
You might be talking about me.
Oh no, you're not old enough. But and I'm gonna ask you this because Detroit is, we real particular about what side of town you grew up on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what side of town did you grow up on?
I grew up on the west side.
On the west.
When they was going through the separation, I stayed on Mack and Shane on the corner of St. Albans and Lee.
I know exactly where you are, but I'm not the east sider. But I used to hang out, like wear clothes.
Okay.
So and I'm looking at our information on you. Say you were shot 5 times. Now was that of your doing, or because it says you were shielding your mother? So was that of your doing or her doing?
Well, actually, my mom was a Christian, right? So we was just at a time we were going out to get something to eat, and I went in an area that something kind of retaliated upon me.
Okay, well, you don't say no more because we're not going to incriminate us.
I'm not going to.
Listen, he knows the big story to pitch today.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But I was shot once in the head, once in the chest, twice in the arm, once in the foot. And I covered my mom. I felt
that's what a man's supposed to do. We're supposed to protect our women.
Without question. And I did it. But what I didn't know is that God was really covering the both of us.
Well, there you go.
Because I'm here now.
But you did what you're supposed to do, so that gave you his grace.
Exactly.
So you were raised in an abusive household under I like to just kind of keep the score going here. Like you were raised in an abusive household. You clung onto your mother. You shielded her from bullets. You overcame those adversities, and then you have a 6-year stay in the penitentiary. Come on, man.
Well, actually, it was 6 years, 10 months, and 79 days. So it's really 7 years. But nevertheless, after I got shot, the next year I ended up going to penitentiary, and I didn't have the greatest time in penitentiary
Oh
because
no, it's not a playground.
I was going in and out the hole, kept getting into altercations. I went in as 150 pounds wet. So, you have to try to stand your own ground.
And
when
and that will cause you to go to the hole because you're the one that gets caught swinging that hook.
Swinging whatever you can swing.
No,
Get off
no,
me.
because believe me, the penitentiary life ain't no joke. A lot of things happen in the penitentiary, and a lot of lives are lost.
Ain't nothing cool about it. Ain't nothing cool about that.
No, and this is a statistic that I hate to bring up, but a lot of black men suffer some type of jail time just because we're black men, not necessarily
that's a
because
good
we
point.
did something wrong.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We all automatically target anyway.
Well, what were your jail takeaways?
Excuse me?
What were some of the takeaways? What were the biggest lessons that helped to transform you into this gentleman we see before us today from jail?
I learned not to try to live upon a reputation status.
Right.
Do not allow peer pressure to push me into doing something that I wouldn't want to normally do.
That's a heck of a thing to put on the tombstone.
Yeah,
he had a big rep.
Because oftentimes a lot of us allow peer pressure to push us to do negative things. But when you kind of can outgrow that and learn from that, because people are push you. Yeah, Sabrina gonna do this, Sabrina gonna do that. But when you can outgrow other people's thoughts and opinions about who you are, then you can really mature
and
better as a man or a woman.
Yeah, and there's ways that you have to look at yourself through Christ to realize that you have enough value and things that you never thought that you would be worthy of, you become then worthy. And that seems to kind of take us right into your book. You said that the acceptance of Jesus led to a destiny that you thought you were unworthy of. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I did. I felt more so as if I was that prodigal son that was out there. But I needed God, I wanted God, and I knew I would submit to God.
Yeah.
So I just threw my hands in there because I got saved after I got out of penitentiary.
Well, and that's what happens. Sometimes, when it's our time to be awakened or to be reborn, some kind of incident has to happen to help push us in that direction, even though we don't see it because the forces of evil, I'm going to just say it like that, are constantly tugging at us, and we don't realize how much help we have standing behind us. All we got to do is turn around.
Without question. And I found out when the odds are against you, Christ was against the odds.
Greater is he that is in me
than he does in the world.
Period.
Without question. And I say this, I gave you some bad narratives of my father. But it was my father, really his discipline and his toughness as I was growing up. It really made me into the man that I am today.
Right.
Because I really needed strong discipline, and I needed a person that was in my life that would tell me no when I wanted yes. So my father was very hard on me, but he prepared me for the life that I once lived. So it wasn't as bad. When I first got to prison, I called my mother and let her know I wasn't in the county jail no more.
Right.
And she said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Mom, when I was 17, 18, calling you from those hit houses, I say, this life can't even compare to that life." And she said, okay, well, you're going to be good then, right? So I'm just saying my father actually prepared me to be able to hold my own and handle my own weight.
Yeah, well, in the garden, we always going to have some weeds popping up, and we got to pull them weeds out.
Without question.
You get rid of the bad and retain the good, and you become a better person for it.
Yeah.
And you take the best parts, because sometimes love is weird. And love definitely feels like mom, feels like, and those of us who have a loving mother, thank God for us who do, they know that warmth that you're talking about. And then there's also a father's love that might come across a little bit more stern and could be even potentially abusive, but there's love somewhere mixed into it, which makes it a little more difficult to process sometimes.
Yeah, my father was really tough on me. I was 4 years old, about to start kindergarten.
Jesus.
And I couldn't pronounce my name proper. So my mom wanted to get me a speech therapist. And it was funny because I would say, if you ask me my name, I say Michael. And my father said, I'm not getting no speech therapist. And he set me in the kitchen chair and he started slapping me. What's your name? And I kept saying Michael.
You had the Kunte Kinte
And he
number.
hit me again. What's your name? And eventually,
Dang it.
exactly. Eventually, I said, okay, Michael.
Dang, submission.
But at the same token, it's the balance of a mom and a dad.
Yeah.
The dad said, I'm not paying no money for this. Mom said, I am.
Well,
He said, I'm going to teach you.
Well, as a black man, we have to be able to be both hard and soft.
Exactly.
See, so your mama was giving you all the soft, and your daddy was giving you the hard.
That's
See,
true.
so really, you had a balanced childhood without really admitting to it.
Right, without knowing it.
Right, without knowing it, because the streets, that bad ain't the bad you need. You know, that's not the tough that you need.
Well, the streets don't play a fair game.
No.
For nobody.
No.
Because the roughest, toughest guy out there, he ended up getting killed.
Well, he's the softest because he's the only one that believes in the pew, and he can't put them dukes up. Your daddy will teach you how to put them dukes up and be a man. I'm serious.
Okay, I'll go for that.
I mean, Ed come from that generation.
Yeah.
We already defined what generation Ed's perspectives.
Right. I'm old school like a mug. I'm gonna tell you just like that.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
But we're talking about manhood. We're talking about how this all of these things that you've gone through help to produce what I like to think of as a lotus flower on top of the water, even though it started somewhere a little less beautiful. You say that real men make mistakes. Was that something you learned from your father? And why do you stand upon that so emphatically?
Because I made some very crucial mistakes in my life. I mean, I got out here, I ended up learning the drug industry, and I made a boatload of money. But when I got out of penitentiary, I almost went right back.
Okay.
And that was my turning point.
Yeah.
So that's when
But that's the cycle, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Most of the time.
Well, you learn to hustle in the penitentiary, and you think you know better when you get out. You can do it better this time. See, so I understand.
That's the true statement.
So now, and to piggyback off your flowers, Athena, is that you got to put some fertilizer on the plant to get a good plant.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, and fertilizer comes in all kinds of forms. I'm just trying to say it nicely. But to get a good flower, good growth, you got to have a little fertilizer in there. You got to have a little hardness in there. And that's all. That's the reality of life.
Yeah.
Well, oftentimes when a person did like 15, 20 years, they can make a transition in prison. When you do 5, 7, 10 years, sometimes you have the mentality that I'm going to do it better this time and I won't get caught.
Well, and you learn from people that got caught.
Exactly. But when they raided my house when I got out, that was my turning point. Because that's when I made up in my mind, I don't want to keep going back and forth.
Yeah, but you know what?
Hold on one second, and we do have some questions from the audience, and also I want to make sure we get to what led you to sit down, because it all the thoughts in my head is stressful trying to get them out. Put them in a book, yeah, right. So you took the time, sat down, became a reverend, turned your life around after the penitentiary experience, and now we have My Father's Blood. Tell me a little bit more about that story and how it become now a book and a movie. Like there's this whole incredible 180 for you.
Well, actually, I wanted to put my life in a book.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to put my life in a book, it was basically to help some young man, some other young child out here, if they can spend 2 days reading a book, it can give them the opportunity to never go that route in life again. So it was really for a ministering tool. And where I get the title, My Father's Blood, is not basically saying I have my own father's blood.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
But in John 3:16, the Bible emphatically say that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And that word begotten in the Greek is 2 words, mono, gene. Mono means singular or original. Gene means blood, DNA, or seed. So in the original text, that scripture will read something like, God loved this world so much that he gave his only son that had his only original blood type. So technically, to get to Jesus, that's how Jesus have his father's blood.
Yeah.
And that's why I got to go through Jesus to get to the Father.
Incredible, incredible. So we have a question from one of our esteemed regulars. Go ahead, state your name and your question, sir.
My name is Marcus K. Hudson, and I want to piggyback back to you what you guys were talking about, the tough love your father gave you. My father gave me tough love. You know, what I like to know is, I know it's a question that no one can answer, but we have to get out of where we, you know, start, you know, subtle differences with the firearms. You know, I would rather go back, like Ed was saying, to when you fought, you lost. You back in the old days with my buddies in the backyard, in the backyard, we're two hour later we're hugging each other and we're laughing, and that's what I like to go back. What is the solution to doing that? Because I mean, everybody wants to pick up the firearm.
Well, one of my closest friends is here today. He spent 28 years in penitentiary, and we both tried our best to be able to mentor, counsel, and speak to the youth in this generation. And I feel, as well as he feel, that if we talk to this young man for 20 or 30 minutes, we can keep him from going in a prison for 20 or 30 years.
That's good.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing now. We're currently doing it.
Preventative work to help
Exactly.
future generations, and that's a real situation. The thing about the generation under me, because I'm just right above the YNs, just above them, and they will kill you. You got to die. You can't just beat me. Oh no, you can't be walking on this earth and say you beat me. And that's the mentality of it. The mentality of it isn't just I need to fight and fight again, and I know how to love my brother and my sister. It's every man. It's dog eat dog.
Well, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight.
No.
And they are actually using these guns now. And that's why we try to mentor them. I'm a part of an organization called Integrate 313. And it's a powerful organization because it's a bunch of ex-felons who have a changed mindset.
Nice.
So the opportunity and the chances we have, we take full advantage of it to save at least one out this crowd.
Okay, we have one more question from the audience. Amen. Amen. One at a time.
My name is Glenda McGatney, and I, about 3 years ago, one of my cousins, this is his third time being incarcerated. He didn't kill anybody, wasn't abusive, but there was some other issues. And I didn't know through ignorance how expensive it is to have a relationship through writing or calling individuals who are in prison. I sent them $50 a month. It cost me $4. I sent them an obituary. They said there's too many pictures. They sent it back. I sent them a tract. They said, no, it's got to come from the company. They sent it back. So people don't realize it's very difficult to keep in contact. Every Monday he calls me because he has a free can call freely once a week. And he's always encouraging me. So how can we change these laws so that it's not so expensive to contact your friends or relatives or to encourage them?
And again, the organization that I'm connected to, Integrate 313, we're doing everything we can to fight those causes. But at the same token, what I didn't know and what you didn't know, ma'am, at the time, when your loved one go to penitentiary and you really love them, they're not the only one doing time.
Yeah.
You doing time as well.
That's right.
And that's
your family goes through it too.
Exactly.
You know something? I got something to add to that. And that is prisons are a business now. And they're in there to make money. Right. They're privatized. They used to be part of your local government, but they're privatized. So whatever way they can use to make more money, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
They even have sued different communities and states because they didn't have enough prisoners locked up. So you got to be real about that, you know.
And when we say they is public information. Everybody can Google and look this up and find out for themselves. I personally encourage personal research on everything. We only got about 3 more minutes. I want to talk about your movie because movies are a different process than writing a book. And you, sir, are tenacious. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Wildly tenacious because a movie is a long process. So how was that process for you? How did you link up with the producers? You know, how did you get this book on the screen, and where can we see it, and where can we get your book? Tell us about that.
Actually, I met a very amazing guy by the name of Joe Smith, And he read my book and he said, "Hey, brother, I want to turn this into a movie."
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And he did all of
Mhm.
the work. And what I did agree with me and him together, I said, I don't want my movie to glorify the drug industry.
Mm.
I want to show you all the negative things that can happen when you out there. So my movie started off with me as a pastor, not me personally, but God is acting me, and a young lady bring her son in that's a hothead.
All
Uh-huh.
right, we got 60 seconds.
Okay, and so I'm talking to the young man, but at the end of the movie, he turned his life around.
Good,
Awesome.
good.
Awesome.
Yes.
And where can we see the movie?
You can see the movie on Tubi. It's
All right.
airing right now on Tubi. Please watch it. My Father's Blood. I promise you, it'll bless you. It'll change someone's life.
Amen.
And I'm not saying
Yeah.
it because it's mine, but it's true.
All right, Reverend Michael C. Robinson, My Father's Blood, available on Tubi. And we have the book in studio today, so make sure you check him out. Get your signed copy. I'm sure he has it for sale. Thank you so much, Reverend Robinson. And we will be back with our good friends Mark Jones and James Wardell, and they are hosting Bullseye on Sports.
Thank you, Miss Sabrina.
You've been
Yeah.
listening to
Look here.
Here's the wake up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up, let the truth be told. The wake up call. Hey, it's the wake up call.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover in Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover in Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Erica Alexander, and every Saturday morning, I get my wake-up call with Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you go on and get some of that. All right? What is that? Is that someone called? Is it Saturday?
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you get yours.
I'm Hester Wheeler, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover in Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
You've been listening to
Here's the wake-up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up.
All right.
Let the truth be told. The wake-up call.
You came for truth telling. You came to the right place. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Wake Up Call, everybody. You are being joined by your friend Sabrina Athena, one of Horace Sheffield's friends. Unfortunately, our leader in chief is out today, but it's never been a problem. I know how to pick up the pieces. Okay. All right. So right now, thank you. We're gonna welcome our good friends back to the show, Mr. Mark Jones and Mr. James Wardell. They are host of Bullseye on, and I'm gonna say it like Red Sports.
Listen, I'm glad to be here. I think you do a great job. You're holding it down.
Thank you. But this is not my lane, but I'm gonna run.
Oh yeah, you're doing a great job.
All right. So listen, it's March. It's madness. We haven't talked in a while. Let's get right into March Madness. Okay. The series just kicked off last week with women's basketball, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start with women's basketball. And we got some pretty interesting matchups here. Do you think MSU or University of Michigan gonna make it this year?
Jim.
Well, MSU is lucky because they're playing Louisville.
And the women's, you're talking about women's?
Women's and men.
Okay.
Which one are you talking first?
Well, let's start with women. Ladies first.
Okay, well, U of M is playing at home. They won yesterday, and they'll play again tomorrow. I think they have a great chance of reaching the Sweet 16.
Ooh.
And if you look at Michigan, the way the Lady Wolverines have played, they played Connecticut to their closest game. They played Vanderbilt to their closest game. And they played UCLA to their closest game. These are all 1 and 2 seeds. So they have a good chance of doing well with a sophomore-dominated class.
Sophomore class even.
So, yeah, the best is yet to come. Yes.
Yeah.
And Michigan State, women, they'll do okay. I think Sweet 16 is probably their ceiling.
That's about as far as they're going.
Probably.
But that's good basketball. Hey, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing well.
Fast paced.
They got men and women, both of them. That's fantastic for the area.
Absolutely.
You got something to watch every day.
Yeah, especially going into the summer when there's not as much to watch. So this is a really exciting time for sports fans anyway. Pretty much every sport is in season right now, except football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got the draft coming.
The football draft, yeah.
Wow, yeah.
But I will use this to plug my HBCUs. They were 3-0 in the play-in games. Now they took some lumps against Michigan and Florida, but they at least got into the big dance.
I got something to say about that game.
Which one?
The Michigan-Howard game.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Well, Michigan is going to have some problems because if Howard had some depth, they'd have beat Michigan. Even with a height disadvantage, they would have beaten Michigan. And so if Michigan has trouble with a team that is energetic, the size is almost second thought. But if they meet up with any other team other than Howard with that same kind of energy, they losing.
Well, two things.
I agree with you. I agree.
Howard shot about 60% from threes in the first half.
And they ran Michigan to death.
They didn't in the second half. And Michigan decided to use Mara down lower. Their tallest man was 6'7".
Well, Howard didn't
So
have any
they didn't have a
depth.
chance.
They don't have a bench.
But Michigan's going against St. Louis, and St. Louis is a little different. They shoot the 3-2, close to 58% last game, and they got a big fella. So St.Louis is going to be tough, man.
Can he deal with Mara and Johnson down low?
Not at the same
I
time,
don't
probably
know.
not. But hey, they're going to give him some problems.
Mara looked like weak
but
to me.
if Howard can almost do it, that scares me. I got him
They
going.
won the game by 20 or by 30. And you talking about if Howard can almost do it.
But they were 4 points down at halftime. I saw that the way that game looked. I got to agree with him, man.
So I had some.
What? Wait a minute. This is news.
Yes.
We're going to make the national news. Mark agreed with me.
Our Michigan fan has something to say.
Breaking news. Yes, come on in, Lev.
All right, my name is Quintus Leverett, and this question for you coach or Mark. Now, I do believe, Howard put up a good show the first half.
Yes.
But the second half, they wasn't there. Now,
Because they didn't have the depth, like he said.
That's right. Michigan
if you
got
got a
depth.
team with depth that can shoot the ball, Michigan's going to turn the ball over. They do it all the time, and he's right. They may have problems.
But today, what Michigan do, they play up to their competition. So look for Michigan to blow St. Louis out today.
I can't agree with that.
I'm
They
agree.
got beat by Duke.
They're gonna blow them out
They got beat by
today.
Purdue. Is that playing up to their competition, or is that
They lost
Yeah.
3 games, and you make it sound like the world is coming to an end.
Thank
but
you,
what I'm
Coach.
doing-
Every
Thank you.
game, oh my God,
But
we're
what
going to
I'm-
lose.
No, but what I'm
No.
doing is I'm showing you that they do have weaknesses. They're not just a team that can take this and say what they're going to win. I don't know, man.
That's what
You
I'm
see
saying.
you see all these upsets, and they are upsettable. Is all I'm saying.
What else?
They are anybody
North
can be
Carolina got upset
High
by
Point
two.
beat Wisconsin. That's an
Hubert
upset.
Davis doesn't deserve a job, but that's a different story.
I hear
All
you.
right.
Upset is still upset.
I want to give a quick shout out to you, the Mercy, for a noteworthy season. Okay, there was some noise over there off of McNichols.
They made the Horizon Finals.
Okay.
Shout out to UAD
Definitely.
and Mark Montgomery.
Yeah,
All right.
they did well, 16 and 14. Maybe that's something that coming back. They used to be great when they had Dick Vitale, Smokey
Oh, no
Gaines
doubt.
coaching, and let's bring that back to the corner. I know we got a couple grads in
All
here.
right.
Go
UAD.
UAD Titans.
Go Titans. All right, we have one more question or comment from our old faithful. Come on and tell us your name and your comment.
Gentlemen, how are you this morning, Mr. Jones?
How are you?
James. I like to piggyback, but I like to change subjects a little bit. And James knows what I want to talk about. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, in my mind, you were telling me, NBA, that the San Antonio Spurs you were worried about. And I kind of, I hadn't looked at them. Hey, they're good.
Hey, let
They're
me tell you
good,
something.
man.
They got the best player maybe in the game, in the history of the game. He's still
Wow.
got time to do that.
He hadn't
but
played 2.5 years. He's the best in the history.
I think he's going to be the best that you've ever seen.
Wow.
He's a problem right now, Mr. Jones. But you know what I was saying, back to our Pistons. I think the number 1 seed is still safe with them, but I'm worried about Boston. I'm actually worried about Atlanta.
They got 14.
Atlanta.
They got 14 more games, and they got a tough
Atlanta,
schedule.
well, if they get to 55 wins, they should be all right. 60 is out of the question.
If Cade can recover from the collapse lung.
Don't play Cade till playoffs.
So let's
Don't.
talk about that though. Let's talk about
He
that.
got an injury now.
He has a serious injury. That lung is a conversation, right?
Collapse.
So does that derail the Pistons going deep if Cade does not come back healthy?
If he doesn't come back healthy, it's over.
We had to see. Now, what this allows them to do, I've seen Jenkins play well these last couple of games because he's got the minutes. He can develop a little bit better. Now, they're 51 and 19, so that's 70 games. So they have 12 left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they go 7-5, 8-4.
57. That's 57
Yeah,
wins. I mean, it's
56 wins. You're looking around
That's
that area.
still good. I
And
mean,
that's
that should
good.
be number 1. But another person you kept talking, Marcus Sasser. I'd like to see Sasser play more.
Yes.
I'd like to see him play more. And the first round, James, I'd like to see, believe it or not, I'd like to see him play Philly. I really would, because with the Embiid, the Maxey situation, and they're not going to have their whole, I don't want to see him play Charlotte. That may be a war, man. That may be a knockdown, drag out fight because they don't like us anyway with the, we need Cade back. We
Listen,
need
but
Cade.
just to piggyback off of that situation with Diabate and Duran went back to high school.
Went back to high school?
High school. Montverde and IMG. It went back that far.
Well, yeah, but if you watch
Duran has had the better of him since then.
If you watch the fight, I can't blame Isaiah Stewart for coming off the bench because Bridges came off the bench. He gave, 2-on-3. That's wrong.
Hey,
That's wrong.
But let me tell you guys something. If you think the Pistons are going to have a run without Cade, then I don't know what you've been watching.
No.
They are not going to have.
I
a
just
run
said,
without
Mr.
Cade.
Jones, that let him sit for the regular season, correct, and hopefully that's the 2-week period, and that gets down.
Their next 5-game schedule. And correct me if I'm wrong. The Lakers, the Hawks. They've got to play the Thunder, the Timberwolves. That's a tough schedule.
They got the Jazz in there.
They got to
the
fight for that right to get
Pelicans
back.
Yeah, the
there,
Pelicans.
too.
The Pelicans. Now, the
Anthony-
Pelicans they might be able to beat.
Anthony Edwards is out for the Timberwolves.
Oh, he's out now,
he's,
too.
He's out, I think, 2 weeks.
See-
So let me wrap this basketball conversation up with some predictions. I want you to stay right there and be a part of this. Who do we have winning, women and men? Okay, NCAA March Madness, and then also for the playoffs as far as like NBA. So women's, who's winning?
Jim, you too. You'd pick them. Because I don't.
You know, it looks like UConn are bust right now.
Okay.
But I still have strong feelings with Dawn Staley in South Carolina. And I kind of UCLA with Lauren Betts, the big woman. I think they might be able to give UConn some trouble. All those are 1 seeds.
Let's go with the Big Ten, UCLA.
Okay. All right. Women's?
UCLA.
All right. I say go sports. Ed?
I don't watch women.
There you
So
go.
for men,
I don't.
we're just going to go right on.
Listen,
Right.
Moving on.
I'm a homer, so I'm going to say Michigan State in the Final Four, and Michigan's going to win it.
Well, if
I
your
like-
sweater
I like
has
that.
anything to say
I
about
like
it,
that.
certainly is. Ed?
Now that's with the women?
That's
for men.
That's the men.
Oh,
That's for
okay.
men. Ed, since you like watching men, tell us who's going to win.
Now you said that. I don't
You
like the way you
said
said
it.
that. I said I don't watch the women
Please.
sports.
So who gonna win?
Basketball.
So who
Now
gonna
let's
win?
get it all the way. Well, I got to go with the home teams, period. And that's only because it is what it is. You
All
know,
right.
this is home.
Put it down for the home team, James.
Michigan.
I'm
Michigan.
Thank you. And I'm going to say go sports. Because Texas is really my heart. I love Michigan. I'm from Michigan, but I went to school at a little HBCU across the street from UT called Houston-Tillotson.
I know it well.
And we had a ball. So I am from like the KD and PJ Tucker era.
Well,
So
a friend of
we had
mine,
a good time.
Look
a sister of mine, Herschel Bell went there.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know, party and sports is two different things.
No, it ain't. So back to baseball.
He played baseball there too.
Back to baseball. So what are your thoughts on the results of the World Baseball Classic and how can baseball improve? Wait a minute. No. NBA. Who's going to win it all? Sorry. Not the Pistons if Cade don't come back, right? Going back this way.
Wow, you just start out a quick hitter there, don't you? I'm looking at probably, I say from the West, I'm looking at probably OKC. And the East, I hope the Pistons or the Celtics.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling you now, San Antonio is going to win the whole thing because they got the best player I've ever seen.
Okay.
And
And
when
that
you-
would be, again, say it out loud.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby. That's the MVP this year, you think?
You impress easy.
Right.
Oh, that's not
Because-
easy.
Well,
That
he's
boy can
only
play.
been, he
So
had
can-
blood clots 1/2 of the years. He's only played 2.5 years in the NBA. And you call him the best you ever seen.
Yep,
But
that's
people,
right.
People saw LeBron and felt that way.
You
I mean,
know,
it's okay to feel
look
like
here,
that.
I feel that way.
They were saying LeBron was on a trajectory to be
Whatever,
that good.
whatever semantic
But
you want to put
he's
it
saying
on.
right now he's that good.
I think I
He
think
might
that
not even
you're
win
watching the best
he might not
player
even win MVP.
that ever played the game. I don't care what you say he gets.
No.
That man is 7'6".
It doesn't matter.
Can dribble, can shoot, can block shots. He is on whatever you want to call it, trajectory.
Look here,
I'm
Durant
just telling you.
and ain't played in the playoffs yet.
Well, he's gonna
Look
play
here.
this time.
Kevin Durant
That's a
is a
fact.
big ball handler that can shoot and block shots.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole lot of players that played in the NBA. You can't put it on 2 seasons. It's consistently.
And let's
There's always somebody on the big stage at least one time.
I'm telling you, you're
and
watching the best player
let's
that ever
see how
played the
healthy
game.
he stays at 7'6".
Well,
Because there've been a lot of people over 7 feet.
So
Yeah,
what
I
happened? So
mean-
what happened to MJ? I thought
And-
Michael Jordan
Wait,
was the
wait.
greatest
And
of all
other
time.
ones.
Oh,
to get
What happened
hurt.
there? What
this
happened there,
guy's a
Mark?
foot taller than him.
No,
Doesn't
no,
matter.
No, he wasn't.
Thank you, Gerald.
Michael Jordan is not the greatest of all time. I'm gonna
Let's
say.
come
Not
back
anymore. At
after
his
you-
time, he
No,
was.
when he
Okay,
wasn't.
all right. We moving on to baseball.
Why we got to move on? This is the great subject.
It is a great subject. It is a great subject. And the best of all time makes a lot of sense for the time that we're in. And I agree. If you see something special, Mark, you see
I
something
see
special.
something
There's a twinkle
special.
in your eye right here. I see you.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Watch him, and if he gets to the finals, I don't think there's anybody that can play with them. They're a good team. It's not just him.
Yeah.
They shoot the 3 well. They play good defense.
So you saying
They don't
that-
turn the ball over. They got guards.
Just say he's the best player of 2.5 years.
So
Don't say all time.
Wemby's
He's
the best.
going to be the best player of all time.
No,
Wemby's the best player
I'm gonna be a
in
millionaire
San
next
Antonio
year.
since Tim Duncan.
Best player since Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan wasn't the best of all time.
Since LeBron. LeBron
LeBron
San
wasn't the
Antonio.
best of all
San
time.
Antonio.
Well, see, we can't even.
LeBron
agree
didn't
on
go
the
to San
best
Antonio.
teams now.
Right.
And
No.
you putting him hands above everybody.
I've been
So,
watching basketball for a long time, and I see the difference.
Indeed. All right.
he's trending.
Whatever you wanna call it.
Have we had our moment with basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing though. We
Yes,
got one
yes,
thing.
sir.
At the beginning of the year, people made predictions.
Okay.
Everybody in here said 48 games. There was one man that said 52, and it was me. So I just want y'all to know.
And you've been hedging that bet since.
I've said 52.
The number
You can't
changes.
deny
Yeah.
it. I've said 52.
You said 62,
See,
I believe.
You know what?
Somebody
All you
come
gotta do
give
is
him a cookie.
all you gotta do is admit it, man. It's okay.
We got to put
I
it
know-
in right.
I know you-
Admit
A
what?
backpack.
All
Hey,
you gotta do
admit
is
what?
admit
That
it.
a broken clock is
Hey,
twice a day?
52. I said 52.
You said it. You said it. Give it up for him.
Give it up.
Give it up for
Give
Mark
it
and his
up.
52 games.
They're mad. They're jealous.
It's a shame, man, when you
I
gotta
know
go,
the-
when you get
I
one
know the
prediction
game.
right, that
I
you
know
gotta
the
go and
game.
He
Well,
out-
you
toot
know
your
what?
own horn.
You toot your horn when you do it one time.
Yes, exactly.
All right? That don't make you the greatest of all time.
Nah, it doesn't.
Not one time.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I
So,
will say.
okay. I'm glad we had this moment together about
Yeah.
basketball. It felt very good for me, and I hope it felt good for you. So, but again, World Baseball Classic. What is going on? How can baseball improve the game? What's up with these results?
Well, it's an exciting series.
Okay.
They had some couple bad calls to help the United States, but United States lost to Venezuela, and that was an upset. I said at the beginning of the year, though, I did say at the beginning of the tournament, United States was going to win, and they just shouldn't have a problem.
Why
But
did
they
you
didn't-
say that,
they
though?
didn't, because they
I
had
want to
talent.
hear it.
Because they had talent.
No, because you said they had the best talent out there.
That's what I did say.
And
Okay.
you
I'm not
can't-
going to deny what I said.
But you can't say.
I'm a man, baby.
He said,
Oh,
that's what I
man.
did say.
Okay, Mike Gundy.
I
now,
said what I said.
You know what?
Let's get back to the facts. When you look at
Go ahead.
Dominican Republic, you can't say United States had the best talent.
Well,
You
I
look at
can't-
Venezuela.
That's what
You
I
can't
said.
say
They beat
that.
it. They beat
Hold
them. They just didn't beat Venezuela.
you-
there was
you-
one
you
team
can't
they
say
didn't
that.
beat.
I'm gonna
I
put
can
it,
say it.
Because the best talent now lies in Latin America. I'm sorry.
Not
It
Japan.
Hey,
And-
but
and
you know
don't
what?
count out
Japan.
Japan either.
Look here, I got a side note to that. Isn't it ironic that we jumped into Venezuela and they jumped back?
Ah, see what you did there, Ed. He said, there's no party in the sports. It's politics in sports. So
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. That's
Wow.
what I'm saying.
Don't let Iran fool around in Mexico in the World Cup.
Hey, who you telling?
Because they say they won't be in the World Cup. They just don't want to be in the U.S.
Right.
That's a whole nother conversation for sure.
Yes.
So what are our Lions doing in free agency, and will they make a run this season?
But let me make a comment on your World Baseball
Oh,
Classic
excuse me. Sorry. Yes.
quickly. One thing I see is in the United States, we have teams. We have the Tigers. We have the Yankees. We have the Dodgers. But all these other countries, they cheer wholeheartedly for their country.
Yes.
If you looked at that game in Miami, you thought it was in Venezuela because it was loud and the Venezuelans were cheering. And I think that's one thing that the rest of the world has on us in that particular sport, that they cheer wholeheartedly for that team.
Well, if it's not like the Olympics, let's keep it real on a social level. When it comes down to cheering for our country, when else do we really do it?
We don't.
It's not a part of our ethos.
Soccer, that kind of thing. you know.
World Cup type thing. But even soccer is not soccer anywhere else. It's football. So how can we make that a part of our ethos? I like what you said. That makes a lot of sense of us as Americans being in favor of America winning.
Well, before this game was played, they were told this could be the best season ever for America because we won the 2 hockey games in overtime. But, you just can't, that spirit is not there all the time, especially in baseball.
Well, we got a lot of work
So
to
is
do in
baseball
politics.
losing its grip on the United States?
It's been
Because it
lost
used to
its
be
grip.
it used to be America's game.
It used to be pretty much the only game, and then football rolls up, and then basketball came into play. So,
But baseball players still make the most money.
They have the longest season.
They make a lot of money, man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's rough.
well, they should be able to make some money. They charge $10 for a bag of peanuts.
Well, if you look at this next contract, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is looking to make $1 million per game.
That's-
82 million. So you can't say that baseball players make the most money
Well,
because they have 162 games.
Well, they still make the most money, but not per game or per
Well,
event. I see what you're saying.
That's like saying I make more money than you. I make $3,000 a month, but you making $2,000 a week.
Okay, I don't want to do math. It's too early, Ed.
Well, I'm just saying the one making that money per week, their paycheck is less than the one making $3,000 a month, getting one check. But 4 checks is equal to that one, so you can't go by that. It works in reverse. It works in reverse too.
I mean, finances in athletics has been evolving for quite a bit over the last 5 years at least.
Well, don't get me in on that, cause
the women are about to get paid.
Thank goodness somebody pay these women.
That's a couple things that we did miss about basketball. One, there's going to be a $7 to $10 billion expansion fee for 2 teams. That's a lot of.
Explain what that means.
550 million per team.
What does that mean?
Roughly. When you bring in a new team, you pay an expansion fee. You like buying into the league.
Okay.
So let's say it's 8 million. The 30 teams that are in the NBA right now will split that $8 billion. And it roughly comes out to $550 million per team.
I got a tidbit of history for you.
Per team will get. The remaining teams will get, or the existing teams. Okay.
I got a tidbit for you. In the basketball, you were getting franchises when the ABA started, $5,000. You have a franchise.
I wish we could have bought one.
You know, Ed, you know a lot about the Methuselah days, and I just love that about you.
That's right. I'm old, and I'm glad to be old.
I
Just
am
hope
too.
to be my age.
We
Just
need-
hope
we
to get
need
there.
you. We need you, Ed.
So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be what, 15, 30 more players in the game.
And they
That's,
look here, they
executives. That's going to expand basketball. That's
Look
not a
here.
bad thing.
They-
that's where
G
that money
League
goes
teams.
into.
Look here, they all splitting the money anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah, G League
Just
teams.
be real.
Players are going to be there. It's more players. That's a good thing for.
Look here,
for-
why do you think all the teams want to play in Michigan Stadium? Because they make more money. The split is better. So this be real. No matter how big your check is as a player, there's somebody paying for the whole team and signing everybody's check. And I'm not gonna pay out more than I make.
The women are in line to make, I think, 1.25 million as a top salary.
Nice.
Average of 600,000. So
Why
they're
does it have to crawl to
the
be
minimum
equal,
is going to
though?
be 300,000. The maximum could be what, $1 million?
1.25.
Okay, cute. But as a businesswoman myself, when we talk about NFL bench practice team minimum 400,000, you mean to tell me that Angel Reese is not gonna get no more than 1.3 for her contract?
It is about popularity of the sport.
Well,
the
sport
one
has
that
got-
pulls
hold
in
on, wait,
more.
wait. Here we go. Now we know that there's about the popularity of sport, but the sport has obviously become a lot more popular. And if we're talking about equal pay, why do we need to
Look
scale
here.
up versus matching in
Look here,
some
if women
fair
play,
regard?
if women played in the NBA, their pay would go up, and that's the bottom
Well,
line.
what do they
Let's
bring
get
in
real.
as much revenue as the men?
They're
do?
not generating the revenue.
Is that a
They just got a contract that's giving them $2 billion. So
come on, Jay.
the owners are getting a lot of money now.
Now there's
And
definitely
they're flying charter now. They're staying in 5-star hotels.
They're going to give them better hotels too.
So they're doing better.
I appreciate progress. I really do. And I always give love and acknowledgement to any progress that makes things look a little bit more level. I mean, there was times where the women's soccer team, that really brought a lot of attention to women's sports and equal pay. And literally, like, I'm in the Olympics, they're in the Olympics. We're talking about popularity, or are we really just talking about women in sports and men in sports?
It's about the size.
COVID.
Look here, it's about the
There's
size
that.
of the business.
Mhm.
A manager at McDonald's is not going to make the same as a manager at AT&T.
But a woman can work
That's
either
the
place.
reality of it. You woman can work either place, but if she works for AT&T, she's gonna make more. Whichever is the bigger of the two is gonna make more. So until the WNBA reaches the same kind of fan base as the NBA, there's gonna be a discrepancy in pay.
Well, that's okay, Ed. We know you like watching the NBA and not watching women. We are going to
I am not
talk
alone.
more about, and just because we got a few minutes left here, definitely want to get to what Lions are doing with free agency and what they're going to do in the season.
Hey, before we do the Lions, go Red Wings.
Go Red Wings.
They
They
have
were my
84 points. They're 7th place. They got to keep it going and they can make the playoffs.
Thank you. That was my next question. But since we're there, okay. So what's going to be their biggest challenge?
The Red Wings?
Making the playoffs.
They got injuries.
Okay.
Larson's hurt, so they got to overcome that and they got to be able to make the playoffs. If
Mhm.
they don't, the city's going to turn against Iceland. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they just got to finish strong.
you know, Detroit is such a hockey town, but even still, I think a lot of my friends don't know as much about hockey. This was given to me as a kid, and I maintained it. I wanted to cut it up and make it a jersey dress at one point, and I'm so glad I didn't, because this is supposedly a very special jersey. But
It looks nice.
oh, thank you. And this particular jersey, I like to wear it out of town, because again, Detroit, you cannot ignore a big old Red Wing across my chest, and I'm a black girl, so
The
most
ringed
people,
wheel, yes.
right, bringing that diversity into fandom in hockey, especially. I saw Cash Doll was at the game the other day. That was kind of fly.
Well, you know what? There's two things that hockey gives to the sport, and that's fights and beer. Let's be real. That's the popularity of hockey. Getting drunk and go watching people fight. It's a boring game.
Why do they let them fight?
I don't know if it's a boring game. It's
look here.
exciting. That puck goes up and down the court.
The puck going up and down the court. That's like looking at NASCAR. The cars going round and around and around.
Well, when you can make that pass and get in there on the break, that's exciting.
But people remember the fights.
In hockey, the one thing you got to look at is you have to master another skill. You have to learn how to skate.
Yeah, it's
you
exciting.
can't just.
That's why they let you fight, because you don't have a stable stance. So you can't hurt anybody, but that's why they let you fight.
Well, you know what?
That was my next question.
When hockey was invented by a black man, of black people, and we wasn't fighting.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
You were there. Tell us more.
I was there.
No, he wasn't there.
Okay.
Hey, go Lions,
No,
Jim.
go Lions.
Yeah, go Lions. They're making some moves. They're making strategic moves instead of great moves. They're filling up their offensive line, but Jim, I'm not excited about it.
They're building a roster. I
Okay.
think a lot of these in free agency, you see a lot of these people sign early, big money, and they never pan out. We've seen that with the Lions,
right?
Before Pat Swilling and others. He's building a roster so that he will have some depth when it comes time for the season.
You don't take out all the pieces to the puzzle. You take them out and see what you can get to fit in that spot.
Yeah, they needed an offensive line. We know that. They need defensive backs.
And the Lions need a quarterback that can scramble. Let's be real.
Well, it's hard to find a guy that's going to be better than Goff, but yeah.
Well, you know what?
He can't scramble.
Goff is.
You know what it is?
He can't scramble.
I
can't
think
move.
that it would be wise for them to spend a 4th, 5th round draft pick on a developmental quarterback.
Talk to me.
I'm not mad at that. I'm
You
not mad
know.
at that. Put them under the tutelage and get them set up. Because if we're planting seeds
Exactly.
anyway,
Well, you
think
got to learn the system.
My question is, you think they can go down to the 4th or 5th round to pick him up, or you have to pick up a developmental quarterback that can take over your offense early?
If you remember at the beginning of this year, this is the greatest draft ever for quarterbacks. A lot of those guys fell down, but are still decent quarterbacks. Quarterback at LSU, quarterback at Clemson. You get a guy like that, let him sit for a year or two, see what you got.
Well, let's be real about it. Mr. Sanders, everybody was down on him. He's playing real good. What round did he get drafted in?
Did he play real good? That's what I'm.
Okay, now you want to pick out one game.
No.
Let's look at the total picture.
Now, who are we talking about?
Sanders from Cleveland.
Right.
all right.
Oh, Shador.
Correct.
Well,
Okay, you guys all belittled him. Well, he can't do this. He
No, I
can't do
root
that.
for him. I
No. You got to check your book about your numbers again too, because your book is steadily wrong.
Well,
I'm about the only one up here that was defending that young man about how good he was.
I saw him play in college, and I thought he was good there.
I thought he was okay.
well, we got about 30 seconds left, you guys.
I thought he could make most of the throws.
Well,
and I think you give him an offensive line, I think he'll do better.
Well, this is what I'm
And they
saying.
got some
I'm
fans-
agreeing with you. A developmental quarterback you can pick up in the later rounds because people are overlooking them when you really got diamonds in the rough still out there.
And we're gonna thank Bullseye on Sports for coming out. Thank you guys so freaking much. And on our next segment, we're gonna have Annie Staton, Assistant Director of Apple Developer Academy. Stay tuned.
Here's the wake up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up, let the truth be told. The wake up.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Growing Kings, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randy Rosario, comedian and TV host. I get my Saturday wake-up call with my guy, Reverend Horace Sheffield. Think about it. Good day.
I'm Sheriff Raphael Washington, Wayne County, and I get my Saturday morning wake up every Saturday morning from Reverend Horace Sheffield, and you should too.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Erica Alexander, and every Saturday morning, I get my wake-up call with Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you go on and get some of that. All right? What is that? Is that someone called? Is it Saturday?
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you get yours.
I'm Hester Wheeler, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Growing Kings, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randy Rosario, comedian and TV host. I get my Saturday wake-up call with my guy, Reverend Horace Sheffield. Think about it. Good day.
I'm Sheriff Raphael Washington, Wayne County, and I get my Saturday morning wake up every Saturday morning from Reverend Horace Sheffield, and you should too.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The Wake Up Call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
You've been listening to
Here's the wake up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up, let the truth be told. The wake up call.
Come on.
It's the wake up call.
Welcome back. Yes.
Rise up.
Thanks for joining us today. If you're just joining us, welcome. Make some noise in the studio. Make some noise. We are in our half-hour stretch here at the wake-up call with Horace Sheffield and friends. I'm your friend, Sabrina Athena. Thank you so much for joining us again. And today we are joined by an incredibly special guest, one of the movers and shakers and implementers of real effective change in our community. There's so many incredible programs. Today, we have Miss Annie Stason.
Yes.
Miss Annie Stason. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And you are the assistant director of the Apple Developer Academy. And so we're going to talk about the mission and all the cool stuff you have going on here.
Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Miss Stason.
Thank you all. Thank you for having me on this morning. I'll scoot up a little closer.
So let's just get right into it about what the Apple Developer Academy actually is and what's the mission.
The Apple Developer Academy is a 9-month program located at 660 Woodward, which is downtown in First National Building, across from Campus Martius. We are at year 5. We are the only one in America. Let me say that again. The only one in America right here in Detroit. That's a special thing, right? That we have to celebrate.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Hey,
You said
I said it again so you can hear me.
You said the only Apple,
only one.
the only one in America.
Only one.
the Apple Developer Academy is right here on Woodward in Detroit, Michigan.
The only one.
So they got to come here if they want to be a part.
Yes. So
now-
we have 17 others in the world.
Okay.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
You're the only one, but what do you do? Please let us know.
I'm about to let you know what we do.
Okay, well,
go ahead,
the
man.
people want to know.
The people want to know. So the mission, at its core, the Academy is about access, opportunity, and transformation into the tech field, right? So we ensure when you sign up for our program that you are getting all access to coding, design, business, product management, program management, entrepreneurship. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no ages. It's welcome to all ages, 18 and up.
Okay.
18 and up. So all of you in the audience, I want you to apply to the Apple Developer Academy once this is over, right?
Are applications open?
Applications is open.
Okay, let's really get
on
into
our
it.
website. Y'all
Right
want to
now.
know the website? Yeah. Okay, let me tell you the website. Write it down. All of you in the audience got a pen. I see you taking your pen now. It's developeracademy.msu.edu. Y'all want that website
And,
again?
and say it slow for the people who
Say it slow
writing
for the
it
people
down.
in the back. Okay,
Yes.
developeracademy.msu.edu.
Now I'm noticing that it's hard not to notice. There's
Yes.
so much technology,
Yeah,
education push. There's a lot of ecosystem buzzing on the technology end. We see stuff happen at Michigan Central. We see you guys coming in with a whole Apple. There's a Gucci store now.
Oh,
All of these
yes.
things matter, right?
Yes.
Okay, all these things matter.
Yes.
What is the push on community education and technology in Detroit? Why is it so important?
For us, I think why it's so important is because you want to bridge the gap. You know, once upon a time, we couldn't get into tech, right? And now the technology is booming all over, right? And so we hope that you gain all of the knowledge and the accessibility to get into the tech field. And once upon a time, it wasn't a lot of women in the tech field, right? And now
Right.
this is the first year that we have almost 64% women at the Apple Developer Academy.
That's incredible.
So it's changing so rapidly, right? And we want to make sure that you all are getting access to the resources that we are bringing here. So the Apple Developer Academy is also a partnership with Michigan State University. right?
Okay.
Any Spartans in here? Yeah. I know I am one.
No.
Proud alumni.
Okay, you.
Okay. Proud alumni. of
Okay,
Michigan State
yes,
University.
yes. She has her green on today. If you're not watching us on YouTube, I'm just
Very
letting y'all know.
strategic. Very strategic.
Looking like Sparty. Go ahead.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
yes, it's a partnership with Michigan State University. Right?
Okay, and more about your background. How
Yep.
did you become involved with the academy?
So ironic enough, I heard about the Apple Developer Academy in my MSU alumni email, right? Because I'm still a proud alumni, so I check my email all the time.
Forever.
Listen, every week they
Mhm.
send things there. And I seen it in my MSU email, and then I was like, is this real? And then a week later, I seen Tim Cook come on
Ooh.
Good Morning of America. And I went back to that email and applied. And that's how I found out about it.
Through your alumni
Through my
association.
MSU Alumni Association.
Listen, do not ignore all the
No,
emails. Y'all gotta
no.
you never
Don't.
know what's in there.
Open it up, even when it say click further. If you can't see this image, click further because you don't know what access they're bringing you.
Exactly. Now, see, Ed is deeply entrenched in the community as well, and
Yeah.
he's incredibly interested in technology.
Yes.
And so, what else do you have? What you
being
got?
silent over
What
there.
you got for?
You know what? I'm a trained computer technician. I went to Control Data Institute back in the day.
Okay.
And we used to have to diagnose the components, the motherboard and things like that, down to
motherboard,
each
that is
individual component. I go back to the times of card readers and magnetic tape.
Okay.
So, the computer industry has been in existence for quite a while. We're just not being introduced to it.
Yes.
So, are you having any kind of fairs or anything like that to introduce the community to what you're doing?
Yes. So we have an outreach and recruitment team that has started their recruitment all the way back in October, November. That's bridging gaps into the community. So we at our several resource centers, several universities, several high schools. We actually have 2 more programs that I want to share with you all. So we have a second year program, which is our Renaissance program, which is client facing, which we work with clients to build applications for whatever that client could want during that moment. And then we have a foundations program, which is a 4-week month program. And it's like an accelerated version of what we do in a 9-month program. So we encourage all of you, to come and get, your feet wet and come and take a look at what we're doing at the Apple Developer Academy to see if this is something that you want to bridge into technology.
Now, I have another question for
Yes.
you. As being a part of the older generation,
Yeah.
a lot of us are computer immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Where young people are growing up with computers, so they're natives.
Yes.
They understand the language.
Yes.
Do you break it down to the point that somebody who doesn't know about computers can't hardly use their cell phone?
Yes.
Where they can learn the process?
Absolutely. It's for all ages.
Okay, so please let us know, some of us older people, what can we do to become a part of your organization?
I want you to sign up. Did y'all get the email? Do it again. All right.
See?
Developer.
Speak slowly.
Developer. I'm speaking slowly. Developer. Academy.msu.edu. I encourage you all to sign up for our foundations program. Learn technology. Make sure you're ahead of the technology and you set ahead of the wave.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again one more time.
Yeah,
I hear y'all even with these headphones on. I hear
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Say it one more time. I'm gonna make sure I see you all there.
Yes.
Developer. DEVELOPER. Academy. ACADEMY.MSU.edu.
Now I'm gonna mess with you. Can you sign it?
It's signed.
No.
So hold on, y'all. All right.
Y'all,
I'm gonna need Google to help you like it helped me. And she can only do so much. In Jesus' name,
I'm gonna make sure I help you all.
and that's what we
And
here to do.
I encourage you all to sign up and come down.
Absolutely. We have a quick question. About 5 minutes left on this segment. Go ahead, please.
Do you help
Wait,
older
what's your
ladies
name?
like
What's your
me?
name?
I hope. Oh yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, tell me who you are so I can help you.
Thank you. I'm Carol. I'm Miss Carol. They call me Miss Carol. This is my Dabo family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Dabo family.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, I'm a designer.
Oh, come on down. Then.
And I retired. I just made a friend of mine the little lines at the 313.
Okay.
And I'm always doing things that trying to encourage other people, and I want to encourage young people. I don't know anything about technology. I'm real slow with the computers.
Okay.
But I'm a great designer.
Okay.
And I try and help people. My goal was to, when we was doing Vacation Bible School with the church here, with Rev's church, is that I wanted everybody to have what you call a safety blanket.
Yes.
So then that way, if you're feeling low or you're not having a good day, or you having a good day, or you want to go to the park, or you want to do
that's
whatever
beautiful.
it is that you want to do.
That's a beautiful initiative. We do have to wrap it up. We got like
Oh,
a
I
minute.
apologize.
Can I respond to her?
Yeah,
before
by
we
all
wrap it up?
means. That's what. Yep.
When you sign up, I'm gonna remember you, Miss Carol.
Yeah.
When you sign up for the Apple Developer Academy, I want you to apply your design skills that you have.
I got
and
pictures.
really take it further with technology. Incorporate everything into that.
Yeah, there's
But you got to teach me how.
I'm gonna teach you. We're gonna teach you,
and we're going to talk more about that because that's a very important aspect of giving back to the community.
Yes.
and
Oh,
meeting
they want
people
me
where
to
they are.
ask you how much do it cost?
It is free. I was just about to say that too. Is it a free program? Free.
And we'll be right back after
You
these
can't beat
messages.
the free. You can't beat the free.
Show's over.
No, it's not.
Show's over.
You've been listening to
So we go to the website and just sign up.
Here's the wake up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up, let the truth be told. The wake up call.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover in Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 a.m. The wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover, Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randy Rosario, comedian and TV host. I get my Saturday wake-up call with my guy, Reverend Horace Sheffield. Think about it. Good day.
I'm Sheriff Raphael Washington, Wayne County, and I get my Saturday morning wake up every Saturday morning from Reverend Horace Sheffield, and you should too.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Erica Alexander, and every Saturday morning, I get my wake-up call with Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you go on and get some of that. All right? What is that? Is that someone called? Is it Saturday?
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Sheffield. Make sure you get yours.
I'm Hester Wheeler, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
This is Super Bowl champion Lomas Brown, and I get my Saturday morning wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield, my man.
This is Grover, Kansas, and I get my wake-up call from Reverend Horace Sheffield every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randy Rosario, comedian and TV host. I get my Saturday wake-up call with my guy, Reverend Horace Sheffield. Think about it. Good day.
I'm Sheriff Raphael Washington, Wayne County, and I get my Saturday morning wake up every Saturday morning from Reverend Horace Sheffield, and you should too.
Every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM or 1500 AM, the wake-up call with the Reverend Horace Sheffield.
You've been listening to
Hey, here's the wake-up call with Reverend Horace Sheffield. Rise up, wake up, let the truth be told. The wake-up call.
All right, thanks for bringing us into our last stretch here. Saturday mornings will never be the same. You better get on this wake-up call. Good morning. All right, if you're just joining us, you are almost missed us, doggone it. Y'all got to wake up a little earlier, but that's all right. You did not miss us, and we are still having our incredible conversation with Miss Annie Staten.
Yes.
And she is the Assistant Director of Apple Developer Academy. And we just had a really poignant question from our studio audience here, which all of you can be a part of if you're not here right now. And Miss Carol asked if, she says she's a designer, and she just told me she's the baddest designer in the city of Detroit for sure. And the thing is, she doesn't have that information gap of how to utilize technology with her design skill. And she might, she's one of our elders, one of our well-respected and loved elders. How does the Apple Developer Academy bridge those gaps in the community?
We bridge those gaps by giving you access to all things. So app development, design thinking, so she can infuse that and come up with an app design, a business, she told me she has a successful business, but what if she wants to take that step even further, right? Collaboration, that we collaborate is team dynamic, more team based, right? We're teaching soft skills. We're teaching how to actually lead your program, how to actually manage your program, right? Your business.
Okay.
But I want to get back to something too. They asked me during the break. This is a free program.
Yes.
Free.
We
provide the technology.
It's paid for.
It's paid for.
You gotta show up.
All you gotta do is show up.
Come on.
Take advantage of the opportunity once you're there.
Listen,
And
when
really
the
utilize all the resources.
when the blood of Christ covers it, you might want to go touch that hem.
Free.
Free. I love it.
20 hours a week.
Okay.
That's what we're asking for. So we have 2 cohorts from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Okay.
and from 1 to 5.
Okay.
5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
And you said one of the programs is a 3-month program and one is a 1-month program?
So one is a 9-month program.
Okay.
Our foundations program is a 4-week program, the month program.
Okay. And what if you don't know what you want to study? You just know you want more information and education and hands-on experience and community within tech. Because let me tell you about these apps that I had subscribed to for my business, and I have to figure them out one at a time. A community makes a huge difference. Let's talk about that, how the classes and the cohort comes together.
The community is strong there, and that's what we build right away in your first week there.
Ain't nothing like picking up and saying, hey, yo, I'm stuck.
No, and ain't like collaborating with someone next to you that might have a similar idea and y'all come together as one, right? Really holding each other accountable while you're there. You might have more resources and you might have done more research than I, but we come together in our group and create something so magical, right, in that space.
Incredible.
Right? Everybody's coming from all different walks of life, all different ages. So this year we have 18 to 76. Our oldest learner is 76 years old. And she is just driving through there. You wouldn't even question how old she is, right?
Yeah.
But we infuse in there. You might be working with an 18-year-old, 76-year-old. You might be working with a 30-year-old or 60-year-old because people are coming for a new wave in life, right? And a new career change, right?
Right. Ed, what do you think some of those challenges are like with some of your people and from your generation and approaching technology? Is it intimidating or, what's the hurdle?
Well, you know, part of the problem with cell phones is their keyboards are so small we can't type on those doggone things. So
bless your heart.
And that's not something that you can necessarily teach in your class, but one of the challenges are navigating through some of the lessons they're given online as to how to. You know, a lot of us don't know how to navigate or to search to find out what it is that we need.
Yeah. And that's what about the community that she touched on, because your community gonna make sure you are not left behind.
That's right.
But you gotta come. You gotta come here. You gotta
Come
sign
on,
up.
Ed.
She's
Come
gonna
on,
be the
Ed.
first one to sign up, and then you all are gonna sign up.
Yeah, look at you.
Ed can report back.
Hold
We're going to send Ed on special mission. Special mission, Ed.
Now, if you want me to be your leading liaison, we can talk about some dollars and cents. Now, that's just me.
It's free. It's free. It's free. Come on, Ed.
That's free for you, but it's not free for me.
Come on, Ed.
I'm
Innovation start with access, so you gotta
No,
start.
no. I hear you. I'm just messing with you.
Innovation start with
Look here,
access. So
I'm just messing with you, but
How
look here.
can you have the idea if you're never exposed to what those ideas could be? Your imagination. Miss Carol just came in again. I'm real heavy in the fashion scene in Detroit, and knowing that there are these. I mean, they are gems, honey. They do know how to make these dresses. They understand the stitches. They understand the quality of fabric by looking at it and touching it. Okay.
Yeah.
So all of that wealth of knowledge, imagine that being transformed into something that a computer-aided drafted situation could help with.
Yeah.
And then success looks different because access
everyone
helps with innovation. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's make sure everybody knows again when does the next one start?
The next one start August 31st.
Okay.
It goes to May 29th, 2027. We have another foundations program, our last foundations program that's coming up in April for this year. So it's not too late to sign up for the one that we have in April.
And what happens during the foundations program? Can you give us like kind of a 4-week overview?
Yeah. It's like an accelerated version of what we do in a 9-month program. So you get exposure to design, a little bit of coding, storytelling, and presentation.
What does that mean? Storytelling and technology.
What we do and what you're doing right now. How you just
Oh.
was talking about your sports session and how you really talked about how you was gonna turn this Red Wings jersey into
a jersey dress in the 2000s.
And you see how you sold that to the audience? You were storytelling right then and there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I
I'm telling
heard you in the back.
I gotta put a disclaimer out there because when I say some things, I'm really picking with you. You know what I mean? Because to make people remember, you got to not just be sterile in your presentation.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to add a little something to make people really remember you.
Yeah.
So don't take no personal offense. I wasn't saying it like that.
Never.
You do have a great program by your description,
Yes.
and I do wish that people would attend
Yeah.
just on the strength as we need to know.
Yeah.
You know, knowledge is power.
It is.
And with a name like Apple
Yes.
behind this and MSU,
Yes.
what are some of the other organizations involved? And is there a way for people who are interested in contributing and maybe a capacity like your own or some way? You know, how can more people be involved with the Apple Developer Academy? And really, what bottom line is this solving for Apple? Why did they decide to do this?
That's a really good question. We have a lot of partnerships and collaborations with all kind of organizations all over Detroit. I'm really trying to lean into Detroit at Works.
I was going to ask about them too.
I see it in your eye. I see it in your eye. And there's so many things in Detroit at Work alone.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
GFF. They have so many things in GFF.
Yeah.
Tech Town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just so many. Like we can name a whole list, but the community is still the same, right?
Yeah.
No matter where you go, but we need to bring more exposure that we are here, right?
Mhm.
I think that after year 5, people still don't know about the Apple Developer Academy, but that's a why, right?
Right.
Apple want to bring exposure to their ecosystem,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you have this device or whatever device you have in your hand all the time, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's something that we are not far detached from,
No.
but we act like there's a whole
it's in
mysterious.
our cars, it's in our homes, it's in our hands, it's in our work.
We do
right?
take the process for granted, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We
We
do
be going
but
through our
it's-
own processes. and what does your day-to-day look like? How is this
Yeah.
work fulfilling in your life?
So the work fulfilling in my life. So I'm coming from education. So when I graduated from Michigan State in education, I went straight into kindergarten. And then I worked my way all the way up to 12th grade. And then I became an administrator. And then, before I seen the application in my MSU email, I said, you know what, God, I would love to be in secondary education. And he heard me very loud and clear coming into 2020.
God said, you heard me.
Listen, January, seen it in April, started in August. Just that fast.
Just that
so things can
fast.
happen. Yeah, just that fast.
Excellent.
So, if someone is interested in doing or being a part of your academy,
Yeah.
what is the process for that?
So once you go online, there's an application, and it's very self-sufficient when you go on there and you apply.
Mhm.
We have interviews coming up soon.
Okay.
You'll be notified in your email.
Would it be weird if someone wanted to show up and shake hands? Is it open to the public for people to come, or would you prefer a call first?
Yeah,
Oh,
call
okay.
and email. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The First National Building is really secure.
Thank
Definitely
goodness.
got to call first.
That's right. All you bank robbers out there, they do have security.
Yes.
So quick rundown of the
Yes.
specialties that you guys provide again. Maybe
Yeah.
just like some high level program overview.
Yeah.
You could and what people actually leave with it. Is it a certificate? Is
Yeah.
it job training? Is it job leads?
All that. Yeah. So high overview, Apple Developer Academy is a 9-month program, free program where we provide the technology. Overview, Apple ecosystem, design thinking, leadership, collaboration, team building.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, app development, right, is really key. Coding,
Yeah.
right? Community, access, resources, right? It's just a huge family. I mean, it's a huge community base where you not only just come into the Apple Developer Academy, but you exposed to so many other things
Right.
once you step inside those doors.
And,
right?
and community really is it. The unity in that,
Mhm.
understanding that you have to be in the room to be
Yeah.
seen. And if you're not there, you can't complain.
We have people that never want to leave once you get inside, but you got to get inside.
But you got to get inside. And that means you got to go to what website?
You got to go to developeracademy.msu.edu.
Excellent. You can apply there for the Apple Developer Academy. That's going to
Applications are open.
That's going to tie us up for the wake up call this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get some more love.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. And we are excited to see you next week on the wake up call. And Ed?
As always, Detroit, we love you.
Here's the wake up call.
Hey, now I'm gonna harass.
With Reverend Horace Sheffield, rise up, wake up, let the truth be